I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 6 of Fast and Furious, Build the Legendary Dodge Charger RT, obviously from the Fast and Furious films. This is a partwork by Fanhome, who are kindly supplying me with the partwork free of charge for me to build and film for them. Well, for me, for them, for you. So you can see what you can get when you want to subscribe to it and carry on and build your very own 1/8 scale Dodge Charger. Previously, we've done the engine block. That I think that was issue 1. We built a wheel, we built the nose, the front grille piece, and last time we continued on by putting the wheel onto the front chassis. It's big, it's already heavy, it's lovely. So this week, not so much to do this time, just these parts here and 3 bags of screws as opposed to the dozens that we got last time that I've still got over here. We're basically adding some more framework and surrounds to that assembly. But first of all, as ever, I'm going to go through the magazine and see what they're talking about. Leslie, obviously, spoilers, she died, but then she didn't. She got better. Yeah, so there we go. One of the most iconic characters in Fast and Furious franchise. Yes. Michelle Rodriguez. Nicely done. Right, the Dodge muscle cars, again, 1960 muscle cars, flooded the American market, apparently. I'm not American. I drive a car, but I don't do anything other than drive it. I don't know how engines work and things. I might know a bit more by the time we finish building it, but yeah. Right, this time, elements on the front section of the chassis. The parts we have include front chassis cross-member cover, left engine support, right engine support, the bottom radiator housing, the bottom radiator flange, and the bottom radiator support, and 3 bags of screws, as it says. Right. Quite easy, this one, so it's probably going to take absolutely ages. Let's have a look and see. First of all, we are putting some bits together that aren't attached to that yet. We have this, I don't remember, this is the bottom radiator support, and in the picture it is that way round, and then we're getting this bit and adding it to it with a DM screw, of which there are only 2 in the packet. So, as ever, 1 will be used and 1 will be spare, so I shall put that over the back there, out of the way. This is going in through here and holding that in the back from there. Now, which way round is that? That's got to be that way up, like that. Is there a... There is. Conveniently, the screw hole also has a blob at the top, so you can only get it one way round. You cannot go wrong. I might have been able to find a way to go wrong, but as yet I haven't. And this screw obviously has a built-in washer, so it doesn't go through the hole. Now you may notice that I'm screwing it in a turn or so and then coming back just a little bit and then going in again. That just helps to break up the thread and clear out any paint chips or anything that might have been building up in there. You don't want them all just compacting down to the end of the screw hole. So all metal parts, metal screw into a metal bracket going through a metal beam. So nice and tight. All done. Turn the piece upside down. Position one end of the bottom radiator flange. Very flangey. Does it say which end? It doesn't. It's the short bit like that. That way up, going over there like that. Mounting hole corresponds with the hole. Ensure the pieces face the same way as those in the illustration. Yes, it looks like it's that way up. I can't quite make it out. Let me get some more light on that so I can... Yeah, definitely with the groove on the inside, I can see that now. So yes, that way around with a CM screw. There's lots of CM screws in here, so I'm going to get a pile of them out. Leave the bag just behind it so I know which ones we're dealing with. So that's going to go through there and into there. Just like that. Obviously it's not done up tight yet, that's why that still wobbles. So we can then hold it better, support it, make sure that's square on there. And then tighten it down a little bit more. There we go. You're still going to be able to move it a little bit. So that should be that. Right, 6.3. Take the entire front section of the chassis from previous there, like that way up. And this is going across the front like that. Join it to the ends of the bottom radiator housing by inserting the pins on the end of the chassis into the sockets on the bottom radiator housing. So the very end bit, I've got pins and there are sockets there. So that should be Just located in like that. Now, obviously, this is quite big and metallic, so it does have a certain amount of play and give, big, purely because of the shape it is. They're not big enough to go into there like that. Inserting the pins into the sockets on the bottom of the radiator housing. Right. Is that really? I don't think the holes are big enough for that to actually go into. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit into that hole because that hole is smaller than that pin. As you can see there. Right, let me double check and read it up. Bottom radiator saw port must be facing, but yeah, I've got it going the right way. But that's just not going all the way down onto that. If it did, then there wouldn't be anything to tighten that screw up onto. Right, I'm going to have a look through the magazine a little bit closer and see if I can figure out if I've gone wrong or exactly how I've gone wrong, because I'm sure it's me. I shall see you very shortly. Okay, looking ahead a little bit further, it does show this as being raised up a little bit, like just like that, funnily enough. So that is how it should be. When it says put it into the holes, it seems to be being a little bit misleading. They're sort of lining it up with the holes rather than fitting it in. So we're going to put those using 8M screws. And we'll make sure and see, hopefully, that it all lines up and fits properly. Let's put that 1 screw back in the bag. So this is going to go through there and just into that post. And the same the other side. Yeah, because if this went all the way through and the post came out the top, then there wouldn't be anything that would be holding the screw in place. So I'm pretty sure that this is correct. Tightening the screws down. I've done the first one a little bit, so I can do this one all the way. And yeah, that's locked in place. So I'm sure that's correct. I think it's just misleading words. And I'm just misreading it wrong. So, you know, there we go. So that's that on there, just like what it says in the picture. So that's that. It says 8M screws down there. I've just done that. So that's cool. That's that. Right, next up. Joining these two pieces together using CM screws, 3 of which. 1, 2, and 3. It's obviously only going to go in one way round. It's going to go in there like that. So let's get the middle one in. Like that. And then we can get the other ends in. See, these are all going in straight, even though it's on a curve. Don't try and put them in on a curve. That's that. Right, let's go ahead and tighten all of those down now. Do the 2 end ones first, then come back and tighten up the middle one, I think. It's easier that way around, then I've got something to grip. Don't be frightened about turning things around in your hands to get better control and abilities to hold things. Just remember, if you've turned them around, to turn them back before you get confused and do it wrong with the pictures. So that goes in there. Now this is turning around that way. See, yeah, they're turning things around without me even knowing. Then that is going on there onto the next bit along, and that's going next to it. So it's just going into those 2 holes, that not the big holes, the little holes next to it, with that next to that. And this is once again CM screws, 2 of which I've conveniently got out already. I was lucky. This is going through there into there, and then over this side just the same, through there and into, not there, not there, come on, you know where it is, there, is it there? It feels there. Yes, that's where it is. Okay, so then I'll tighten these down. Nice. Cool. Make sure everything is tight and secure, because you don't need any wobble in your chassis. Right, take the left engine support cover. That'll be the one that's got an L on it, not that one that's got an R on it, the one with an L, which is a different shape to what I was expecting. Let's get that way around. This is going like that. 1 cm screw. Pin, there's a pin and a hole there, so we're going to get the pin in the pin, and the hole is for the CM screw, which I'll need at least 2 more. Let's get a couple more of them out. That leaves a couple in there, so there's probably spares, because these are the last couple of bits to assemble by the looks of it. Come on, line up. There we go. So it's got to be in the right place because of the pin. Come back and tighten that down. I'm pretty sure these are just cosmetic pieces, so I'm not worried too much about those and how tight they're put in, but they should be tight enough. Right, and then the last bit is doing the same on the other side, as if I couldn't have guessed that already. Get it the right way round so it looks just like what the picture does. Does it look like the picture? It doesn't. Why does it not? Oh, because they've turned it the other way up again. That'll be why. Okay. Yes, it does if you imagine it being upside down. So let's put this back in there. I say back. It's the first time it's been in there, but you know. There we go. That's that. That's not moving. That's not moving. That's still got that bit that moves. So the steering works quite nicely. The suspension is stiff but does move, which is good. And that is that way around, yes, in the final picture. So it's coming together. This is obviously the front. That's where that's going to attach to other things. This is obviously going to attach to a middle section, and then the back section, much the same, but reversed, I would imagine. This is how the front section of the chassis looks at the end of this interesting assembly session. Keep it in a safe place for the next stages. Indeed, this is the last of the packs that I have today. The next one will be coming along in a few weeks' time. So I shall indeed put that safe with everything else. Let's have a look at the rest of it. The biggest hot rod show in America. Tuning Mania. Yeah. I mean, I like my car to go, but I'm not worried about getting the last, miles per gallon out of it and the last 2 miles an hour by tweaking everything. But people enjoy it. That's all that's important. That's that. Yep. First edition. I don't know what that is. Well, the Autorama Fair. Okay. Visitors strolling around in 2016. You remember back when there were crowds were a thing and you could actually go places and, be around people without wearing masks. Strange world. That's that. Right. What I'm going to do is actually bring out everything that we've got so far so we can see how it all goes together-ish and compare and contrast everything. So I shall see you in a moment with the full collection. So here we have the first 6 issues, and obviously whole wheel and assembly, which we're going to have to do 4 more times, so you get used to seeing that sort of thing because it's going to happen a lot. Then we have the front grille, which is going to go, is it going to go quite there or further forward than that? I really don't know. Those holes seem to line up there, so a little bit of detective work will tell me that's probably going to fix like that. Obviously the proper charger lights and everything are going to be on there as well. That's that. The steering wheel obviously is going to go about there, left-hand drive, American thing. I don't know why, but there you go. That's that. This is going to go about there with the engine obviously sticking up out of it about there. So yeah, you can sense already the scale, the size of everything coming together. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a project to keep me going for the next couple of years and a bit, I think. So yes, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the build as much as I'm enjoying making it. I hope you're enjoying watching it as much as I'm enjoying making it. Do let me know in the comments below. If you do want to do the kit yourself, then pop along to fanhome.com and see if it's available in your country. So, thank you for that. See you soon. Bye bye.